Thanks for the support as a channel member, Richard Myers. Here we go then, boys and girls. After a very iffy start to the season, we are a couple of matches away from promotion number 4 in this series, and hopefully our 4th league title as well, because if it does fall down to the playoffs, we've not been good at playoffs in this series. We've got to go up automatically, and hopefully with another title. Hello and welcome to part 51 of Bourne in the USA. I'm Kevin. Coming up on today's episode, we have 2 games for you in the league. We're away against El Paso in what, I mean, it's not quite the decider, but it's going to be a very important game. As you can see, El Paso 8 points behind us, and they are the team in 3rd place, who, if we can beat them, that's an 11-point gap with 4 games to go. And then we are all but there, and we'll just go with the, I guess, the Patio Doors game, which should then be a promotion decider. If it doesn't go to plan against El Paso, we'll pick one of these other games and show you that as a promotion decider. Either way, we're either going to confirm promotion or fall into the playoffs during today's episode. Since you were last with me, we've continued our very good run of form. Lots of victories in there. I think was the draw in last episode? Or did the draw happen off camera? I can't remember. But either way, we've continued on this excellent run that we've been on in the second half of the season. It's the middle of April. We're unbeaten since October. We have just hit absolutely sensational form. And I don't think I've mentioned it up until this point, but a lot of credit has to go to a change in assistant manager. If we go onto the staff page, you can see our assistant. I mean, he left in December. So actually, credit goes to me. We've been unbeaten since October. But Majid Salem, who'd been our assistant manager ever since the start of the save, has gone to manage Sacramento in League One. He's had a massive jump up the leagues. He's now managing in League One, a team that had just been relegated from the Championship the season before. But we replaced him with, if we can get to the guy we replaced him with, this guy, Troy Avila, who's a little bit younger. And I mean, he's definitely, I guess you've got to say he's had an impact, because we've still not lost a game since he's been our assistant manager. I'm not buying the narrative that it's all down to him, but it's certainly made a little bit of a difference, I think. You know how I am with just going with whatever the assistant manager says for team talks. So I imagine there probably is a little bit to it. But let's give all the credit to me, because I love credit. And this is the team we're putting out there for the game against El Paso. A win, and we're pretty much over the finish line. Anything else, and it's going to be an awkward episode. So we're going with Vazquez in goal, a back four of Solis, Beck, Nazaroff, Brook and Hansen, Gomez and Paulus in midfield, Williams and Huyan supporting Stone and Hernandez up front. You'll see that Sam Williams, despite starting, is actually now on the transfer list. He's out of contract at the end of the season. I've transfer listed him now just to try and drum up some interest, because he's been such a good servant for the club. I think it was Williams who became our all-time record appearance holder earlier in the season. He has been here a long time and has played a lot of football. He is absolutely not good enough to make the step up to the next league up. So assuming we're getting promoted, he has to leave. Diego Briones is probably leaving this coming summer as well. But I feel like I need to find Williams a new home. Gomez has picked up an injury. So that's a pretty easy change to bring Marco Antonio on for him. I remember El Paso from earlier in the season. This is the team where I can't tell the difference between the 2 kits. Oh, goodies. We've even both got the little chest design thing on there. And of course, they've got Ankiel, the guy who was on loan to us last year as well. It's all coming flooding back to me from earlier in the season. But here is Huyan. I know for sure he's a Bourne player, and he slotted it in to Hernandez. And I think that was Stone with the follow-up, who's actually somehow managed to miss. It looked easier to score than hit it wide there, as shown by our XG, which is up to 1.47 inside the first 15 minutes of this game. We should be ahead in this match, but it is still 0-0, and we need to make sure that we've not got bottle mode engaged today. Williams on the left crosses in for Hernandez, and I think, is that a save? No, he's actually just missed. That's gone over the crossbar. Another very good chance. Another chance is wasted, really. And now El Paso with a chance for an attack of their own. They've got it on this right-hand side of ours. Cross comes in from deep, but Solis heads clear, and Hernandez is going to pick that up. Williams now has the ball, looking to slot it back through to Hernandez. Paulus now gives it to Williams, and everyone's trying to get it through to Hernandez, but I think El Paso are wise to our antics and are just trying to block all routes to Jorge Hernandez, which is certainly the correct way to beat Bourne. But I was hoping they wouldn't figure that out. It's because they've got an inside man. They've got Ankiel, who's given them the clue, given them the information they need, and they've gone ahead. They've got a Jorge of their own, and it's El Paso 1, Bourne 0. This was absolutely not on the script for today's episode. If we were to lose here, we would still be top of the league going into the next game, but it certainly gives El Paso an automatic promotion lifeline and opens this title race wide up again. I mean, there you go. There's the change that it makes. We'd only be 5 points ahead of El Paso as it stands. That's not good enough. We're going to demand more immediately. We need an equaliser before half-time because, like I say, this is not how it's supposed to be. We've already got Baltimore scheduled to play before the end of the season as well. So it's not like we've got an easy run in either. We need to get this done, and we've won a penalty. I don't know what the penalty was for. The little note at the bottom of the screen said there was a push on Jeff Brook. I'll take it. Stone steps up. We've seen him miss a couple of penalties recently, and he's not missed that one. I mean, he's called Stone for a reason because of his stones in situations like that. Felt like I had to spell it out to you just to make sure we were all on the same page. But just before half-time, that's a crucial goal. El Paso 1, Bourne 1. We do need to do better in this second half. We've come into this looking for a win today. A win is what we need, although there's only 4 games left after this, and this is an 8-point gap as it stands. 8 points with 4 games to go is still just about over the finish line, but 11 points with 4 games to go. I think we can probably order a cake. Hernandez is in here, and he's hit the post. Jorge Hernandez, he is a spectacular goal scorer. But, oh my word, in some of these bigger games, does he have the propensity for bottlage? Oh my goodness. Right, Hernandez again, picking it up very, very deep as everyone else is still forward from the corner. He's tried to lump it over the top for Williams, but doesn't find him. It goes out for a throw, and this is going to give us a little bit of a chance to regroup, send the defenders back. Our XG is now over 3, and we've only got the 1 goal. We need to sort our lives out today. Ankiel for them plays it forward, but it goes straight to Solis, and Solis to Williams, and now Hernandez has got a chance to run at the El Paso defenders again. Instead, he crosses from deep, and Stone is there. What a finish from Stephen Stone. It's El Paso 1, Bourne 2. Things are slowly starting to shift round into what we were looking for from this match today. A 2-1 lead with just over half an hour remaining, and we can taste the National League Division 1, I think it's called, the next one up above this. It's Tier 6 that we're looking to get ourselves promoted up into. 2 more promotions, and then we hit the US equivalent of what the English Football League would be. I don't know at what point we go professional. I assume it's probably when you hit League 2, like it is in England, because the whole restructure was based on the English leagues. But it might be that it's next season. Either way, I don't think we can afford it when it happens, and we probably shouldn't be worrying about when we go professional when we've still got half an hour of this big match left, because if we take our eye off the ball for a moment, we could find ourselves not even getting promoted. Hernandez has done very well here, cuts it back to Stone, and Stone had a hat-trick on a plate for him and somehow has missed it. It remains 2-1. There's still a lot of time left in this game. Carolina are 2-0 up in their match as well, so they're trying to keep on the pressure as much as they can. But fingers crossed, we just have to keep winning, and then we don't have to worry about what Carolina are doing. But it is El Paso who've got the ball again, playing it out to this right-hand side again, and Hansen's missed his tackle, and El Paso have charged into the penalty area, and they have their equaliser. I don't think they deserve it at all, but they've got it regardless. It's now 2-2, 15 minutes left. We've only used 1 substitution because we don't really use substitutions as part of this team because our bench isn't very good. You can see we've got 2 centre-backs and Rocha down on the bench, and none of them I would consider to be game-changing players. So unless we pick up injuries or someone's having an absolute shocker, we're probably leaving things as they are. But what we will do is we're going to demand more and hope that there is a late winner who's going to step up and make themselves a hero. It's El Paso actually have got the attack, but Brook wins the header, and it's Huyan from deep. Huyan's been quiet today, but he turns and runs here. There's the ball over the top for Hernandez. And Hernandez, once again, makes himself the hero. An 89th minute goal. Hopefully an 89th minute winner that's going to secure us promotion. Just about. A 34th goal of the season for Hernandez. Every time I attempt to criticise that man, he just shows me that I'm a buffoon and goes and does something like that. 3-2 now as the clock ticks down. There is your 11-point gap down to El Paso that we were looking for going into this game. We are all but over the finish line, and hopefully we go and wrap things up now in this next game. Here we go then, folks, straight into the Patio Doors game. A win here and we're guaranteed promotion. I don't think we can win the title today, but promotion is what it's all about. No changes from the last game, obviously, because we don't have anyone to change into the team. There you go. There's your confirmation. We'll secure promotion with a victory today. Patio Doors themselves can still get automatic promotion. They're down in 5th place, and they do have an 8-point gap between them and Carolina with 4 games to go. So they must beat us today and then go on a little bit of a run of their own and hope Carolina collapse, as well as the likes of El Paso who are between them and Carolina. So they're not going to roll over and let us beat them. But obviously El Paso in the last match were in 3rd place and we managed to come up with a victory over them. So fingers crossed we can be similarly successful here against Patio Doors, although they're going to have greater beef with me than El Paso did, because of all of the Patio Doors jokes that I've been making over the course of the season. I mean, what a perfect opportunity for an episode called Backdoor Kev. It almost feels wrong that it's not a Backdoor Kev opportunity against Patio Doors. But what am I to do? What can I do about that at this point, really? Right, what are Carolina doing? They're drawing 0-0 at home to Gotchi Academy. So it's a 6-point gap over them as it stands with 3 games left after this one. Obviously, if results go our way today, that could potentially be a 9-point gap with 3 games to go. But even then, they have better goal difference than us. So there's going to be no title presentation today, even if we win and they lose. So it looks like we're going to be doing a 3rd match in this episode, or at least part of a 3rd match. I don't know that we're going to do an uber long episode, but they'll definitely, if there's going to be a trophy celebration, you're not going to miss it. Don't you worry yourself about that. Right, Solis on the left-hand side, playing into Hernandez. Hernandez is through on goal, but his shot is straight at the Patio Doors goalkeeper. And we've got a corner coming up. I was trying to think of a good Patio Door joke there, but no. I kept getting stuck on couldn't hit a barn door, couldn't hit a Patio Door goalkeeper, but that's what he did do. Trying to come up with these jokes on the fly whilst commentating on important football matches. It's harder than it looks. I make it look easy. It's harder than it looks, boys and girls. Right, cross comes in from the court, not the corner, the free kick, and it's actually hit our crossbars. A little bit of a warning shot to us there. The Patio Doors so far have actually been the better team when it comes to XG, and we need to sort our lives out a little bit. That is a terrible, terrible goal kick, but somehow Sam Williams has ended up with the ball, and then equally somehow-ish has managed to give it away, despite it being easier to just keep it. Another terrible pass. I love Tier 7. Finds Stephen Stone, and he plays it over the top for Hernandez, who's got Huyan lurking in the middle. He finds Huyan. Huyan finds the back of the net. It's a 16th goal of the season for him. It's 1-0 to us just before half-time. Perfect timing. Patio Doors 0, Bourne 1, with 2 minutes left in this first half. We need to immediately check in on how Carolina are getting on, because if things are going our way there, it could be turning into a beautiful, beautiful day. I didn't get a chance to have a look. We immediately got back into another highlight. There's 20 seconds left in this first half. It's Sam Williams on the left, playing the big, aimless ball that ended up looking perfect as it landed on Stephen Stone, who couldn't get his shot away. And again, I couldn't see what was going on in the Carolina game. So he's going to jump straight into the second half. Carolina are still drawing 0-0 at home to Gotchi. So as it stands, it's an 8-point gap for us at the top of the league with those 3 games remaining after this one. It's now back down to a 6-point gap again, because no sooner has the second half started than Patio Doors have grabbed an equaliser. And once again, questionable from Vasquez in goal for us. His positioning is just well off here. I mean, he needs to learn his angles. I talk about it too often, but he needs a couple of matchsticks and an elastic band, and he needs to learn his angles. Carolina are now 2-1 up in their game, which does put the cat amongst the pigeons a little bit, because it's now only a 4-point gap between us and them. We don't even secure promotion as it stands if we don't win the game. We're actually going to have to go into another match to do that. And it'll be even longer before we secure the title. And we might actually bottle the title yet with Baltimore still to play. I said we didn't have an easy run in, and things do seem to be getting a little more complicated as we enter the final 15 minutes of this game. We look down at the bench again. We realise once again it's utterly uninspiring. There's nothing for us there. So we just have to hope that these boys that are on the pitch can find something to drag us up into the division above. We're looking for Hernandez to make himself a hero again. As it is, Vasquez is doing his best to make himself the villain of the piece. 15 minutes to go. It's Patio Doors 2, Bourne 1. It looks like the universe wants me to do that uber long episode that I said I wasn't going to do. Carolina 4-1 up now in their game. They're going to be looking at what's going on here at Patio Doors. Loving life. It's only a 4-point gap as they continue to push on to try and win the league. I haven't even looked at what's going on in the El Paso game because we're not even looking at promotion at the moment. We're trying to save this one game that we're playing in. I'm demanding more again. Their goalkeeper is just having a lovely time. Everything that comes towards him is easy. And now Brooke has the ball from a big goal kick and gives it back to Vasquez, which is a little bit of a risk because his distribution today has been trash. We saw another example of it again there. And once again, it's Patio Doors, and they've only gone and done it again. It's 3-1 to them, and they are giving themselves that little lifeline when it comes to an automatic promotion push of their own. And this is not okay, what I am currently witnessing. What's going on? Right, El Paso, it's still a 10-point gap. El Paso must be losing. So actually, in the ridiculousness that is Football Manager, at the moment, we might be doing Backdoor Kev at Patio Doors because we're losing 3-1. It's the dream, boys and girls. We're losing 3-1, but currently still in line to secure automatic promotion today. Brooke heads it out to Hansen. I'd still like to do it the proper way, though. None of this Backdoor Kev nonsense. Huyan can't get past his man. Hansen hesitates, and Patio Doors have the ball again. Plays it forward to Brooke. Brooke's just kicking it in the rough direction of Hernandez, which basically has been our tactic for the last 5 years. And there's Hernandez, who once again in a big game puts his bottle job hat on and hits the post. El Paso have now gone ahead in their game, I think. We're no longer going to be getting that automatic promotion unless we have a massive turnaround here. Now Williams has hit the post. It's 4-3 between Carolina and Gotchi. Everything is kicking off. El Paso must be ahead in their game too. And we've managed to lose, secure nothing, and let Carolina back into the title race. What an absolute pile of bobbins. Right, in light of that, and having now looked at the league table, I think we probably need to stretch this out into a second episode and come back tomorrow. We've got 3 games remaining, and we're only 3 points ahead of Carolina. El Paso are back in things. Patio Doors have now secured the playoffs. I don't think one more match is going to be enough. One more match certainly isn't going to secure the title. And I want to see us get promoted and see us secure the title. So we're going to come back tomorrow and do all 3 matches if necessary. I think that, or Monday, in fact, not tomorrow. Stretch it out over an entire weekend. But we'll be back on Monday for Michigan, Tulsa, and possibly even Baltimore as well. We will know by then how things are going to settle down at the end of the season. We've just had our first defeat since October, though, so fingers crossed that doesn't end up being too much of a blow. Monday, we find out whether we get promoted or not. If we're doing playoffs on Tuesday, I'm going to be sick on camera. If you've enjoyed that, please make sure you leave a nice big thumbs up on there for me. Subscribe to the channel for daily Football Manager videos. And thank you very much for watching.